on the free. He probably thought they wouldn't meet. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got him beat. Cause a side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with you. Her DMs, they be sliding like base hitters. The mother fellas, they be seeing her work. You say you want an angel, then give her heaven on earth. I respect your relationship. I don't care if you don't. But I think girls better than men. And I won't tell if you don't. A dog gon' be a dog, but a gon' be more clever. Oh, a dog gon' be a dog, but a gon' be more clever. Yeah.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a first carry here for the running back. The 20, 5, touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there, 43 yards. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in. Had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? You give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. Through the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. Finding room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. A big play that time on a catch and run. 34 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That is incomplete.
Second and 10.
Back to throw again. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 19.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Calling a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Slant pass complete to Olave.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 2.
Set. Lady.
Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy. Unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him Charles come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
50-50.
Here's Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
60.
To throw is Stafford. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties with big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
They'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready. 180.
Here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's 3rd and 6.
180.
Stafford.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
54 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2nd down and inches. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
18 Cardinal. No. Me.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Cowboy 80.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 6 yards away.
And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, have your fun. All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now it's Stafford.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
From the gun on third down, Stafford.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's good. First down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come give me a hug, yeah, and get it. You can find me in the club.
Set. 180.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
280. Big 20.
Back to throw, Stafford. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
3rd and 10.
Throwing is Stafford.
He'll let this go for Adams.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
For the Rams.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
This is 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I see surprising you face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. The slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This is taken at the 23. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
250. 32.
From the gun, here's Stafford. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now Stafford. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. The defense rising to the challenge and setting it back on the sand. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Across midfield. He's on his way. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Daniel
Carlson down to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Saints 30, Rams 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Yellow waiting! Yellow waiting!
Out of the gun, Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set! Yellow 20! 20 high!
Looking to throw. Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Set! 250! Set on!
Back to throw. Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit. Stafford and that Rams offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone for 2. And they're back within 2 scores. Down 15 now.
Rams 15.
The Rams kickoff team on the field. And here we go with the ball in the air.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he will find his man on the outside. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go now. Head to 60. Head to 60.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Doesn't matter whether it's zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Back to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Go, Reed, go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Motion.
They'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, I'd like them to stay aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Olave hauls it in. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. From 6 yards away.
And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute it, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays. I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
180.
Stafford now to throw.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd down and a yard.
Set! Get a 20!
Now Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Well, the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now. Okay, get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire. But at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go. Pass the 60. Pass the 60. Go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
The pass caught by Olave. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And this This is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Saints are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw.
That is caught. He's into space past the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Back to throw again.
That's Olave bringing in another one.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their